Hey, welcome back to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, and trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so you can easily choose the best watch for yourself in the comfort of your own home. We offer the lowest prices anywhere online, and if you'd like to know the price, simply click on the links in the description below. Greatly appreciate if you purchase your next watch from us at JazzTime.com. Today we'll be talking about this Rolex Sky-Dweller, the new offering from 2021. This one, as you can see, it's on a Jubilee bracelet for the first time ever. All right, the white dial, 42 millimeter case, yes, 42 millimeter case, white dial, index hour marks, Jubilee bracelet, reference number 326933. We're going over the case, the dial, the bezel, the crown functions, as well as the bezel functions also, the dial, of course, the movement, and this bracelet. I'll be giving you my thoughts throughout the video. So starting off with this case, from finger to thumb, 42 millimeters from 2 to 8 o'clock position, or also the 10 to 4 position. Same distance, same diameter, 42 millimeters. You have this large monoblock middle case with this screw down case back and the Rolex winding crown to ensure water resistance down to 100 meters or 330 feet below sea level. Right? It has a full oyster steel construction, as you can see, high polish on every surface, at least on the outer surface, the upper surface. The lugs also nicely curved downward with not a super sharp but pronounced bevel, so you can have the full differentiation there. You can totally tell, which side is which. On the front of this case, we have the command bezel. All right, so it does have the ability to turn, and as you can see, it does turn, but only to really discrete intervals, and I'll show you why in a moment. All right, so it's currently made with a yellow gold construction fluted bezel, obviously, so you have that texture, you have that ability to actually turn it with that knurling in there, nice and deep, sharp to the touch. All right, and you can turn it as well, and it also holds a nice sapphire crystal on the front with a Cyclops lens directly over the date aperture, small on the dial, big under the lens. All right, and speaking of this dial, we have the white dial from Rolex here. If they just call it an intense white dial, it's not the whitest white dial because it does have a bit of a matte finish, not a fully exactly reflective, but the matte finish does help it differentiate from the off-center 24-hour dial, as you can see, going all the way around the center there. All right, we have index hour marks, 18 karat yellow gold applications with chromalite on those. So if I turn the lights off here, you can see that they glow with a nice tint of blue, very easy to tell which one's the hour minute hands. And you'll also note that with this chromalite display with the low light situation here, you can tell that there's a bit of skeletonization going on here with these hands. And as you can see, based on the position of that 24-hour dial, if my camera would like to focus there, the skeletonization actually allows you to read exactly what hour it is of those 24 hours. So depending on the position of that minute hand, you can still read through it all the way, but not where it doesn't matter, like down toward the bottom where, it doesn't really matter. What matters is the information up here just below this red triangle. All right, so that's basically how that works and how that reads. So onto the functions of this watch. So the command bezel works in conjunction with the winding crown at the 3 o'clock. So in order to unlock all of its capabilities, just unwind it to the first position. This allows you to wind the watch. It doesn't matter what position the bezel is in. If it's all the way to the right, you can only wind the watch. So if you wind the watch, you're at a dead stop. Only about 20 to 30 full winds is all you need to get to the full power reserve. Nice and easy there. Now, if you have the bezel rotated all the way clockwise, it doesn't turn anymore, you can pull the crown out all the way. This won't do anything. All right, so this is sort of like the locked position. All right, so if you need to set your watch for the first time, rotate it all the way counterclockwise to the left. And this allows you to move the minute hand, by extension also the hour hand, but also more importantly, this 24-hour dial. So this gives you a GMT function based on, well, where you happen to want to place your second time zone. So set it to whichever hour you'd like first, based on where this minute hand is located. All right, so you can go the full 24 hours as you'd like. Right, place it wherever you need, and then set your minute. So your minute is, say, I don't know, somewhere 8 minutes past the hour and 30 seconds past the minute. So you can also have this hacking seconds function, so you can then set the time precisely based on the position of that seconds hand. And you also have little 30-second markers in addition to the full minute markers as well on the outboard track there. So that once that's set, you can then move the bezel over once it actually starts up that seconds hand once more. Now you can move the minute hand, and I highly recommend that you move it forward, because this allows you to determine the local time and whether it is, before noon or before midnight. And therefore, based on where you place that hour hand, you'll know where it is. So let's say it's 10 a.m. where we are. All right, so after having passed midnight, the date aperture ticks up 1, so you know we're in the AM right now. Move it one more over, and now you can quick set the date to just about any day possible, and by extension also the month, because the months are also represented in their own apertures at the ends of these index hour marks. 12 months, 12 hours, it makes sense. So currently we're in January, and now moving to February. Now, if I quick set the date to a date that is completely impossible, well, it is actually possible to do so, like a 31st of February. No such date ever exists, ever. But as you can see, some quick setting is not always accurate. So be sure to check your date properly. And if you happen to know that, say April has 30 days, but not 31 days, well, you can do that manually. But if you happen to actually be on the 30th of the month, and the hour hand does actually sweep past midnight, well, the first of the month will actually show up naturally, thanks to the internal annual calendar named Saros, as named by Rolex. All right, so that is how all of that works. And you can set the date forward or backward as necessary. Okay, so I'm just going to go back to December here, because I like having my red aperture at the 12 o'clock position. All right, so that's all of the functions there. What allows all of this to work? Well, it's the in-house made caliber 9001 from Rolex. Now, also remember to screw in that winding crown nice and tight back against the case to ensure the waterproofness. All right, so you can't see it through the case back, but it's the 9001 caliber, the Saros annual calendar integrated into the movement. It's the perpetual mechanical self-winding dual time zone annual calendar, in other words. It has a plus or minus 2 second per day time differential after casing, giving it that superlative chronometer certification dictated on every Rolex dial, as you can see, just under the center. It has the center hour, minute, and seconds hands 24-hour display on this off-center 24-hour dial, the second time zone therefore, with instantaneous annual calendar at the 3 o'clock and rapid setting of the date, month display through the 12 apertures around the circumference of the dial, and also stop seconds for precise time setting. All those features I had just demonstrated using the command bezel as well as the winding crown all together. The winding is also done through a bidirectional self-winding via a perpetual rotor center mounted, so just simply wear it on your wrist. You will wind the watch normally through the natural movements of your wrist. The oscillator on the inside is also a paramagnetic blue parachrome hairspring with high-performance Paraflex shock absorbers, meaning that you can get relatively close to magnets, magnetized surfaces, circuitry, and the like. You can also take a few bumps here and there. No need to worry about the timekeeping abilities, because those all keep it in check. It'll be keeping track of time just fine. And also, the power reserve for this watch, approximately 72 hours, so you can set it down for an entire weekend, from Friday evening all the way to Monday morning, ready to conduct business. No need to wind the watch at all. Just simply pick it up, put it on your wrist. As long as you wear it all day Monday, you're good to go. No need to wind the watch, and just wear it every other day after that if you'd like, or every day. Then you literally don't even need to wind the watch at all. All right, so taking a look at this watch from its full perspective, the framing from the top to the bottom, 12 to 6 o'clock, it's the Jubilee bracelet. Again, this is what differentiates it from the previous iteration that only had the Oyster bracelet or the Oyster Flex strap. This one, the Jubilee bracelet with 5-piece links, satin brush finishing on the outside, high polish down the center of those Rolzor links. The yellow gold Rolzor is what Rolex refers to as the two-tone yellow gold in this case, with oyster steel, high polish on the outside there, and a gentle taper down to the oyster folding clasp. Nice and easy there. Just simply lift the top to open it. You have the Rolex stamped logo on the outside and on the inside, or the raised logo on the outside, stamped logo on the inside. You know that you're dealing with steel, obviously. And also the advantage of having the oyster folding clasp is that you have the EasyLink 5mm extension. So if your wrist happens to swell during the day, say during a really hot California wildfire season, or you just pounded 2 liters of water, basically the same thing will happen. Your wrist is going to swell. So just reach under here, pull it straight out, and there you go. Another Jubilee link or a half oyster link, 5mm either way. You can continue to wear your watch nicely and comfortably. And when you no longer need it, you can just simply fold it back in on itself, like so, press it back into the clasp, and you're good to go. All right, and while we're here, I'll try it on and give you my thoughts as to how it wears on a 7-inch wrist at least. That's my measurement. And 42mm, a little bit big for me, but if you have a bigger wrist than mine, or if you just like the wrist presence, this watch is certainly for you. Certainly above 7.5 inches would be better. If you're closer to 8 or even 9 inches in circumference, this will fit you perfectly. All right, if you have a smaller wrist, you certainly do have that option, although you will be going for wrist presence and it'll become even more noticeable when in terms of the weight on the wrist. Plenty of space under the lugs for me. Not that that's an issue, because the extra breathing is all just additional, just extra when it comes to the Jubilee bracelet. Plenty of space among all these links and zero tolerance among these links as well, so that there's no pinching or pulling of hairs or skin when you have this on. It's incredibly comfortable, feels nice on the outside, soft and supple on the outside, even better on the inside. Try one on at a Rolex dealer if they have an exhibition model. You'll thank me later. All right, and taking a look at it on the wrist, this particular model with the white dial, very distinct, very easy to tell, very easy to read as well. The white dial more or less sort of blends in with the steel here. So here the gold actually takes on the secondary role of being the accents to this watch. A very good overall design feature, still very incredibly easy to read, and with the 24-hour date wheel off center makes it very easy to read with the white background, black text. And also the 18-karat yellow gold markers, incredibly easy to read at any angle, and even in low light situations, as I showed earlier, they glow a nice tint of blue. All right, absolutely stunning, classy, and just looks very good. Certainly for anyone who is traveling, as is in the name, the Sky-Dweller, anyone who takes flights all the time, needs to keep track of a second time zone without all the fuss of having to deal with, say all these extra GMT modules, or keeping track of the date or the month even. You have it all right here, built into the watch, built into the movement. Easy to use, easy to read. It's all there on your wrist in this watch. So let us know if you have any ideas or any comments. What do you think about this watch? The Rolex Sky-Dweller Intense White Dial, two-tone, yellow gold, and steel with the Jubilee bracelet, the new 2021 model, reference number 326933. Leave them down in the comments below. Be sure to like the video and hit the subscribe button so you can, and hit the bell notification as well so you can be notified when we go live with another video like this one. And as always, if you'd like to purchase this watch or any other watch, visit our store at jazztime.com. Links in the description below where you can get it for the lowest price anywhere online. And we'll see you in the next one. Take care.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to Model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in Jazz Time, plus the brand, model and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.